New Year! Happy Friday. Welcome to my channel. I'm Stephanie. We're in my sewing room and thank you for coming by on Friday, the first Friday of 2025. So here we are, 2025. Can you believe it? Wow. It just sounds like the future. It is the future. I'm ready for a new year and I love the idea of a fresh start and a new year. And I've been thinking about it for a while, for weeks. And so I'm really excited. I'm very excited. I've got some ideas, especially when it comes to this channel, and I'll be sharing those coming up soon. But for today, I want to do a little recap of some of my Christmas sewing that I couldn't share. I did make an apron for my granddaughter. She wore that a lot. And so I just really think that's going to be fun for her. And it turned out just what she wanted. You're going to say it's so simple, and that's what she wanted. She wanted it super simple. Her main thing was pockets and that the tie would come around and wrap and tie in the front. And she got that. She also picked out the fabric. The fabric was interesting. She wanted 100% linen. And so I went on Etsy and I searched while she was with me, and I didn't do my usual due diligence. So I actually ended up ordering it from India. So that took a while. It took a really long time. So it was just going to be something I was going to make for her, and it ended up being her Christmas present. And I had some left over, and I made a little mini apron for my granddaughter's daughter. She loved it. She could be just like Mama. It was cute. And the other thing I sewed for Christmas was doll clothes, and I don't know if I took any pictures, but I'm going to take a moment to share them. If I did, they will be right here. These were Sis picked out the fabric, and she wanted a boy top, boy pants, and the rest could be all girls, a jacket, a top, pair of pants, and a pair of shoes. And I was pretty bad at the shoes, but she loved them. They were a hot mess, but she loved them. And if you listened last week, you heard about my terrible pajamas. So I'm ready to do some garment sewing, which is my favorite. Ready. And we took a trip, which I'll share more about in just a minute, but we took a trip, and as I was like wearing clothes for this trip and packing for this trip, I realized I just want a bunch more cute t-shirts and pants, because I didn't have enough really to pick from. I know that sounds crazy. Oh my gosh. There was a funny on TikTok where a guy was saying, my wife can go in the closet and she can look at all these clothes and she can say, I have nothing to wear. And he goes, that's really crazy. But then he said, but then I was sitting in front of the TV with the remote and I was like, well, there's 100 channels there. Oh, I don't want to watch any of that. And I've seen that movie and I've seen that movie and I've already seen that show. And he's like 1,500 channels and there's nothing to watch. And then he goes, ding. There's clothes in the closet, but are they clothes you want to wear? Right? So, anywho. So I want to make some more, but I also have a couple of patterns I want to try, several patterns that I want to try. So I have sewing definitely on my brain, but I've also got this brain takeover. I'm redecorating a room. I mentioned it a few weeks ago, and I thought I could break this down and share the progress in videos, but I can't, because what if it doesn't turn out? I just don't want to put myself through that. What if I get to the end and I'm like, nope, that's awful. But I already committed to you, right? So I will tell you, it's not done yet. I am not happy yet, but I am actually moving greatly forward at this moment to the point where I feel like I will have a conclusion to this room to share with you, and I'll share every step, every anxious step along the way, and all the hard work my hubby put in. But you know, if you've watched my channel for a while, I love a good project, and so this room's been a fun project. I almost hate to see it end, but I wish I had shared it with you along the way, but now forget it. I'm just gonna wait until I can reveal it and share it with you then. But that's kind of taken over my brain, my creativity, and my time, big time. But it's pretty much done. I just need to kind of finalize a few things and get to a place where, yep, I'm happy. And I will. So that's coming. So that's plans. Hair. So that's plans that I have coming up, and I want to talk a little bit about my trip. Oh my gosh. It was just a great trip. We've had a great Christmas with family. We had a really quiet with my daughter and my son-in-law and the grandkids. I feel like I'm hunched over. Stop for just a second and look out that window. Can you see it? It's middle of the day and it's dark outside. It's raining. It's winter. It's beautiful, but it's not anything I want to go out and walk around in. I think Doggy doesn't want to go out and walk around in it either. When I did my morning dog walk, which I do post on Instagram, it wasn't raining. So, yay, he got in his little walk, and if it breaks the rain, I'll take him out. But it's beautiful. Just look out. Can you see? I don't know. It's really pretty. But I'll tell you something that is also amazingly gorgeous is the Redwood Forest where my son lives. So we went up there to see them and my granddaughters. They're the grown-up granddaughters. My grandkids here close by are 10 and 12. My granddaughters up north are in their 20s. So 2 different sets of grandkids, and it runs the gamut. So the news there that I will share, very excited to share, is we have a new engagement. My younger of the 2 granddaughters just got engaged, and we absolutely adore her fiance, soon to be husband. They're just right for each other, just right. And I have to say, she wanted very much to find her person, and she was patient enough or just steadfast enough not to accept anything less. And I'm so happy that she did that, because, you know, she had to date a few not perfect persons to get to the perfect person. So we were all praying for this moment, and they are so happy. She's a very reserved person, and I have never seen the joy emanate from her like it did when she announced her engagement. Oh my gosh. She wouldn't let anybody tell me because she wanted to tell us in person. I sat down and we're visiting, and her dad said, "I think it's time to show her your hand." And I'm like, "What happened to your hand? Did you hurt it?" That's what I thought. So she pulled her hand out and she had a ring. Oh my gosh. The smile on that girl's face. The smile. The biggest one I've ever seen her have. I am so happy. They're just an amazing couple, and hubby took some beautiful photos of them in the Redwood Forest and family photos, etc., etc. And I don't share any more family photos on my channel because it's public. And you know, I don't talk about that a lot, but I used to share my grandkids. I used to share everybody. And then weird men would comment and look at them, and I don't do that anymore. So just imagine our happy family having happy family pictures. Okay? I'm happy to share me and hubby. We know the risk. And nobody really cares. Those weirdos aren't really looking at us, but they look at the young ones, and no, I'm not putting them up anymore. So sorry about that. I want to share my family so bad, but I'm not going to. Just haven't been doing that this whole last year. I don't know if you've noticed, but they're pretty precious, and we had such a beautiful time. Beautiful time. In fact, I don't know if I have any wide film of the Redwood Forest, but I definitely have some tall, which is not as pretty on YouTube. But I'm going to end my video with some of the Redwood Forest. In Eureka, which is Northern California on the coast, there is a Redwood Forest Park right in the middle of town. It looks like you're in Star Wars. I think they filmed Star Wars, like the Ewoks. That's up there in the Redwood Forest, if you remember that movie. And so you feel like you're in another planet, like another planet, truly. And then as you're driving home, there's other stops along the way, Redwood Forest, that I also filmed. And oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. The forest is so quiet when you're walking. It's like you're walking on carpet. And the trees are so big, they're immense. I don't think you can see it in a video, how immense they are. Really. There's all the fun little touristy stops where you can drive a car through a stump. That's how big those trees are. That's how big. So we have a wedding to look forward to in June, and I have another dress to buy. Although I really wish I could just wear my dress I wore to the last wedding, because it's so pretty and comfortable. So I'm assured that no, I may not have to have a new dress. So I'll be looking for that. looking for that and deciding, do I want to make something or buy something? I think after all I went through, I think I will buy something. It just was so much easier. And so I will just, when it gets closer, I'll go to David's Bridal and see what they have, because they had a great selection. That's my plan. The other good news is my other granddaughter is expecting. So we've got a new baby on the way and a new couple on the way. A lot of good news up there. I have to share something fun. I told you last week, was it last week or the week before, that I'm a bad gift giver. I'm bad at it, really. And it's, it's just not anything I can seem to fix. I try. So when it comes to buying gifts for girls, it's easier because I'm a girl. I like girl things, jewelry, stuff like that. So when it comes to boys, no idea. And hubby's always he'll always say, oh, I like those all-in-one tools. Dear, you can't keep giving flashlights and all-in-one tools, headlamps. We've done that year after year. So we went to an old-fashioned toy store and we looked around to see if we could come up with things. And we're finding this and we're finding that. And we found this selection of old-fashioned rubber band guns. Do you remember those? And they were so fun. They had all kinds of little gears on them and they had their own special rubber bands. So we bought one for all the boys, and it was fun. We opened them here, and my hubby and my son-in-law played around, shot a few. But when we opened them in Eureka, it just became a thing. It became a thing. So they decorate all out for Christmas. Like, there was stuff everywhere. If they could hang it, they hanged it. So as we're sitting on the couch, there was some actual Christmas ornaments just hanging between two beams, just hanging right above the TV. It was as though they knew the guns were coming and that those would make perfect targets for these little rubber band guns. People sat on the couch and shot those targets and a couple targets over there. And it was just like fun. It was so fun. I think they should keep those guns handy. It's a fun thing to do when you're just sitting around. Why not? So that was fun. Loved it. And just the quiet time, and I got to see where the girls live. They each have their own places. I'm imagining what the newlyweds are going to do, because they both have their own places, so they'll have to figure out whose place they're going to live in. And just lots of fun times coming. And then I got to go see my granddaughter and their little family and their little townhouse. And my daughter-in-law, the perfect daughter-in-law you could ever have. She fixed food for every meal. We never left the house. It was just so fun. And that kind of leads me to my favorite thing of the trip, which was to see my son and my daughter-in-law as grandparents. They have found the joy that is being grandparents, and they're embracing it 100%, and they're just the best at it. So it was Mimi and Papa are their names, and it was just a big party at Mimi and Papa's house at all times. So cute, so cute. I noticed too, whenever the kids leave, my son just walks around and puts everything back in its place. And I said, that is cool. And he goes, if I don't, then it looks like a wreck all the time. And we just need that little reset right after they leave so that we can have our house back for a few minutes. They live in town, they come over a lot. And so it was just neat seeing them have their rhythm and being grandparents, and they love it. They love it. So these kids haven't lived there, maybe moved up there in the fall with the babies, and the babies just love Mimi and Papa, and they just feel comfortable. It's what we have with our grandkids here. They're just comfy at our house, and they get to be rock stars to those babies. And a new one on the way, and the joy. It was such a joyful trip. Loved it. Loved it. So that's my update. I think I've gabbed enough, and I am really excited to share my new room with you soon. So I got to get working on that. And thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being here for another year of YouTube videos. Are you in? I'm in. I'm totally in. Really looking forward to it. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching my channel. I hope you'll give me a thumbs up and like this video and leave me a comment. I would love that. If you're not subscribed, hit that too, and you'll know when I make another video, and more are coming. I have it in my head. So it eventually has to happen. But thank you so much for stopping by. Happy New Year. Happy. Let's make it a great one. Let's make it a great one, all of us. Happy 2025, and I'll see you next time. Bye now. Well, we're leaving, and of course that means the sun is out. No more rain. It's rained the whole time we're here, and now it's sunny. Well, it's nice for driving in anyway, no rain. I will miss this view, the ocean. The ocean's right over there. And I love this kind of ocean town feeling. We had the best time with our family. I think just amazing. Miss them already. And wish I could see them more often. That's all. I wish. But this is good. So now we move to a new year. I'm ready for it. Hey, Buster. Look how little he looks next to this big fallen log. Isn't this so pretty? These trees are so big. Come on, Buster. Buster!